got mail.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Muska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So first of all, thank you for the amazing response that the mailbox has got so far. We weren't really expecting so many nice comments and the great questions that we were given, and as always, be sure to send in any questions that you may have that you haven't seen present in the video or in the comments below. So let's get started with the first question, which I guess is more of a statement that we wanted to address.
This first comment is from ElkLol on YouTube, and they say, I think your channel is obsolete, you're giving game analysis on a game that's not even out of beta. Furthermore, not playable currently. There's a lot bound to be changed, so make these videos later and focus on updates of the game. We don't necessarily get a lot of this, but we see the community, at least on Reddit and on Discord and so on, talk about gameplay videos and just content creation around Overwatch right now. And yes, we are in kind of a little weird state, but here's pretty much the deal, at least for us. We started making these videos before the Overwatch beta came out, so we had never played the game before and nobody had actually played the beta. The sole reason was because we were very interested in it. Call it hyped if you want. People seem to enjoy Overwatch content and I feel like I could have fun and contribute, so I teamed up with Ryan and just started straight away. However, I definitely understand this person, and yes, a lot of things will change, be updated and patched, but character concepts will mostly be similar to the original one, with maybe an exception for Torbjorn. But I do feel like this is still an important topic to discuss. I like to talk about Overwatch and all things around the game, so that's why these videos are here, so we can talk with you guys and we can interact and discuss the game, spark ideas and so on. I think it's very interesting and a lot of fun.
Not to mention that these things will be written in stone until the game is actually released, and by then there'll be loads of Overwatch YouTube channels talking about the game and what their opinions of it are. I mean, there's a lot of Overwatch channels at the moment, so there's already a lot of content that's very similar to one another. The way that I see it is, it's good practice for us to be talking about the game as a whole, and the only way we could talk about that is as it stands now, what needs to potentially be changed, and then covering the news when it comes out. Making these kind of videos later on will just get lost with all the other videos analysing heroes, the game and stuff on launch, and we just kind of want to make a name for ourselves as a trusted source, I guess. We don't really see ourselves as Overwatch analysis people yet, because, you know, we're still practicing, we're still getting used to it. So basically, by the time the game actually does release, A, we know what we're talking about a lot more, and B, we have an audience that cares about what we're actually saying. Oliver Nutkins Middleton asks, how did you make that voice clip? By voice clip, we assume that you're talking about the little "you've got mail" at the start of the video. Well, that voiceover was done by a friend of mine called Shella. You can find her YouTube channel in the description below. She does a lot of singing covers of Japanese songs from anime and whatever, but with the lyrics translated to English. And not to mention, she does other little voiceover stuff on her channel, so do check that out if you're interested. She's a great friend of mine and she absolutely nailed that Mei impression. I think I only sent her as a reference the sort of introduction trailer to her abilities, so considering how well she managed to nail her accent, like, we were both absolutely blown away. So do check her out because she's really cool, she's really awesome.
Next question is from Overwatch TV on YouTube, and he asks, are you going to play competitively or will you only focus on YouTube? Neither of us have any plans of attempting to play Overwatch at a professional level. We'll be focusing on YouTube, but hopefully branching out to be more involved with esports in other ways. I guess we'll see exactly what happens around the time of Overwatch launch, but there's no doubt that we'll stick with YouTube either way. The closest thing to competitive that I'm looking forward to is playing ranked in Overwatch. I love ranking up in games and it just adds another level of progression that I'm really hyped for.
I think the thing that personally I would like to do regarding esports and competitive play is potentially doing like analysis desk stuff in tournaments. I'm a huge football fan, so the way that I see it is it would be nice to be like a football pundit or a soccer pundit, like match of the day for example, you know. What did you think of this? What did you think of that? Well, I thought that this was cool, this could have been done better, etc, etc. That's what I would like to do. I think that'd be really cool. But who knows, we enjoy playing with friends casually and having sort of less competitive games and just having fun with it, but no doubt we'll try and set up a team for ranked play and see how far we can push it, and it might make an interesting series to cover, so stay tuned, I guess. This next question was asked by a couple of people with sort of different twists on it. This question comes from Victor Delphin, Luke Wainwright, and Oliver Nutkins Middleton again, basically asking what new characters would you like to see after launch. For me, I think we need another support first and foremost. I had a bit of a think about this, and I think a paladin-esque kind of character would be cool. A character with armor that's a bit more tanky than other supports, but of course is a lot slower overall. I do like the melee side of Reinhardt, so a melee weapon might also be interesting, and it'd be nice to have in one-on-one situations at close quarters as support having the advantage instead of, you know, heroes like Mercy and Zenyatta can be picked off pretty easily. So in close quarters this hero would be able to win a fight one-on-one, but otherwise from a distance I don't really have any options offensively. I'd say that the heal would be similar to a sort of flash heal in World of Warcraft, and as far as an ultimate would go, I'd have no idea. As I said, I do really enjoy Reinhardt as a melee hero, and at the start, as I said, if Blizzard wanted to add more characters, they really need to be thinking about supports, because out of all the other different classes, that's the one we have the least of. And I think a lot can be done, a lot has been done already with how interesting support classes are, like Lucian and Zenyatta are fantastic heroes, with fantastic hero design, so it'd be nice to see what else Blizzard can come up with.
As for me, before Genji was released, I really wanted a character with a really cool melee ultimate, and Genji kind of filled that spot for me, so now I'd love to see something that works similar to how the TF2 Spy works. It might be hard to balance a character like that, since getting backstabbed by an invisible hero in a fast-paced game like Overwatch would be incredibly frustrating, but I'm sure it can be done right in one way or the other, so that's something that I'd love to see. Avoros Avo on YouTube says, "Hey, I watched a lot of your videos and I've seen them improve a lot over time. I was wondering, how much time do you spend on making a video on average?" First of all, thanks for watching our videos, we really appreciate it, and it usually takes around 2 to 3 hours for the actual video, and then another 30 minutes or so to sort out the thumbnail and upload. We usually research and prepare for the videos in various ways by writing down things we want to talk about, anything from just a couple keywords to a whole script. After that, we record, either together or separately, and then we go into editing, using footage that we recorded when we play the game, and our own assets that help us put the video together, and that's pretty much that. I don't know if you have anything you want to add to this, Ryan?
This is just an average thing. Some videos take longer than others. Mei-lbox is fairly straightforward to organise. You guys give us the content and we just write down what we would say naturally. We don't try and script it too much. This tends to be quite a fluent thing. And I think it's good practice as well. The most of the stuff that we say is kind of scripted, so we can kind of go off the rails a little bit and try not to rant as much, but you know what I mean, we can talk freely. As far as other series go, gameplay hero analysis videos can be pretty tricky, especially when we're talking about heroes we don't have an awful lot of experience with. And then there's one-off videos like the esports video we did last week and the 2015 recap tend to take the longest because we tend to sit around thinking about what we actually want to say in the video and trying to sort of organise it. Not to mention we do have a lot of trouble with getting appropriate footage. We are running into this problem now with the fact that we can't get more footage, that we had to sort of stockpile up a lot of stuff, so you will see a lot of footage repeat because we haven't got an awful lot of it. I think a good example is Bastion footage. Before the beta went down, we didn't really have any. We really struggled to get some decent gameplay when we actually sat down to try and get it. So that can take several hours to actually get 9 or 10 clips of concrete footage. So overall it varies, but it's all fun at the end of the day. But that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As I said at the start of the video, if you do have any questions that you haven't seen in this video or last week's video, then do pop it in the comments below. Give this video a like as well if you really enjoyed this series and want to see more of it. It helps us understand and it helps the video show up in search rankings, so that'd be awesome. But until next time, subscribe for more Overwatch content and we will see you then. Take care.